Welcome everybody. I see that most of you have their own computers. That will be very useful. Today I would like to introduce Darcy Pleckham, who is our IT specialist.
Hi.
Some of you might know him, some of you may not know him. Darcy is responsible for our IT infrastructure, and I figured that, rather than doing these workshops all the time by myself, I would enlist Darcy to talk about one of the technologies that are available to us here at Columbia, that would be Panopto. And for the next hour, we're going to have Darcy hopefully explain what Panopto is, the kind of things that you can do with it, to the effect that maybe that will then starting to use it in your own classrooms. Okay? Do sign in on the sign-in sheet. And within the next 10 minutes, I'm just going to be downstairs, or upstairs to direct the traffic here, and leave the floor to Darcy.
Sounds good. Okay, so welcome. So I think I know most of you, but I'm not really too sure about your familiarity with Panopto and the media files. So it's probably a wide range. So if we just go through and you can just tell me your exposure to audio and video files and Panopto.
Hi, my name is Loris Dolores. I'm teaching Spanish in here, and I don't use Panopto.
Okay. Do you work with audio and media?
With YouTube videos.
Video?
And,
okay.
Yeah, we do also. Well, I work with videos, but not with Panopto.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
So I said, my name is Jose Antonio Castellanos, and I'm in the life department as well, the European cultures. I teach Portuguese, and I was told that I should work with Panopto because I work with lots of audio and video.
Okay, great. And do you have access? Did you try?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It was requested for my next course week, but I don't know that.
The URL of Panopto is on the handout at the very top. So if you do have a laptop, try to open it up and see if you have access.
Good.
I'm Rainy, and I had never heard of Panopto until I saw it in the email, so I had never heard of this.
Okay. Do you work with audio and video content?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Asami. I'm teaching Japanese here, and we use Panopto. Especially the first year Japanese, we have a lot of videos and audio files available. But I don't know how to do it by myself, so I can.
Okay, great.
My name is Jessica. I'm also teaching Japanese. This semester I'm teaching second year Japanese. We are not using Panopto for second year Japanese, but we had the students make a slideshow by using Novio, which is a free application. And we have a couple of issues this semester, so you're looking for something better. So
Okay.
yeah, that's why.
So you're looking for a tool to create.
Yeah, create
Presentation.
presentation for students to use.
Okay. Okay, great.
And so we should be able to use it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alessandra, I'm teaching Italian department. I use a lot of video and audio in the classes, but I don't know anything about Panopto.
Okay. Okay. So Panopto is a platform to manage your audio and video files. You'll be able to link to the files once they're in Panopto through Canvas and other applications. And you can also send direct links via email to other people to use, to view the video and audio files. Panopto came out about a year ago. We were one of the first departments to start utilizing this. And now it's available throughout the whole university. So we're not the only department now, but we have quite a bit of experience. So today we'll take a look at a general overview of Panopto, and we'll see how it's being implemented at the LRC. We'll learn how to upload your media files, associate them with PDFs and PowerPoint presentations, and you'll be able to relate a slide to a specific location in your video and audio files. So if you have play a video file or audio file and it gets to a certain point, you can have a slide come up or a quiz come up for the user to participate before going on to the rest of the file. And we'll show that in the lab. And we also, for really in-depth technical questions, we have a dedicated Columbia Panopto administrator called, his name is Doug Ward. He's with CUIT. So he can help us if there's any major technical issues. So we'll start with the presentation, and then we'll go into the labs. If you do have a laptop, if you could try the URL that's on the top of the handout and see if you have access.
It works.
It works, okay.
Yes, mine is connection is not secure.
That's okay. If it asks you for your uni, you want to make sure there is a lock on the top of the screen because you want to make sure the uni login is secure. It has a lock. Oh no, it took me to Columbia. Okay. Maybe for now, I'll do it online and we'll take a look. If you do have access, you can follow along. I'm going to pass around this flash. Oh yeah, you have access. Okay.
Here, just ask you, do you allow blah blah blah? And you have to say yes. It's the only thing that you have to click.
If it asks you that it's insecure,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
But if you're logging in with a password, you always want to make sure that there's a lock and it is secure. If the page itself is not secure to view, that's okay. But if you're entering a password, that page needs to be secure or else your password will be sent out on the internet, which you don't want.
Oof.
Okay.
I
Um,
love
So I'm going to give you the presentation and then we'll do some demos with the files. Let's see. Okay, so this is the URL of Panopto. It's hosted, and right now we don't have a limit on the number of files we can upload. There's no hard limit on how many people can view the files right now, but they're looking into the licensing with that. It's right now it's a bit in flux, but right now there's no limit. When you first log in, you have two options in the drop-down, either the uni or Canvas. When you log in, you want to select your uni, and then it will ask you for your uni and password. Once you log in, you'll be presented with the dashboard. We'll go through the areas of the dashboard. The first area is the main navigation system. And at the top left, you'll have the home page, My Folder, which will contain your specific files, items that are shared with you, and also everything. So if you really want to see everything, you click that. It should show you a page that you could page through with all the files you have access to. The other option is to browse specific folders on the bottom left. Most of the content you'll be working with is under the languages folder and under your specific language.
So I can't see all these.
No, I don't have that either.
I
Pardon?
don't have my folder.
No.
I don't have all these.
Should we have that or not?
You should see all the languages.
No?
No.
You don't. Okay, so maybe you don't have full access yet.
No.
If your name is on that list, I'm going to make sure you have full access. I'm going to let you know about the restrictions. Yes?
It's in grade, as if we're recruiting.
Oh, it's grayed out?
Yeah, it's like,
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
you know, like, it exists, but I don't have access, you know, what
Can you click on the arrow beside
Where?
it? On the arrow beside it? There's a little arrow on the left.
Yeah, but.
Does anything drop down?
Yes,
And then
but-
languages?
but
Okay, so you have access to
it's,
some.
To some, yeah, Russian, but not, for example, it
Not all.
doesn't exist. Spanish. You're right.
Okay.
We have Italian. Yeah,
Okay.
we have
As long
some.
as we have your uni, I'll make sure that you have full access to all the languages. Under each of the language folder, there is faculty folders that are specific for that department that you won't see. But you should see all the public files that are underneath each language.
Okay.
So we'll make sure you have access.
Okay.
Oh, here's the content area. So let's say you select a folder here. this is going to be populated with the files in that folder. And the other area of the dashboard is the search and the create or upload. So if you want to upload a document or a file to Panopto, you would click on that button and you'll get the option to create or upload an existing file. The two search options here, you can search the folders, but that will only search the folder names. The big option here is you want to probably search everything in the system. So here's the search bar, but you want to make sure that you select everything first. So click on everything, and then that will search everything. If you have my folder selected and you do a search, it's only going to search my folder.
Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
I don't have this create button. Everybody can see it?
Create? No.
I don't have it. It's missing as well.
Okay.
No, yeah, you have.
Okay.
guys.
Yeah. So you don't have full
because
access.
we don't have access.
Yeah, you don't have
right?
access. So
Yeah.
I'll have to make sure you have access.
Yeah. We have the same.
And then for data.
Okay.
Yeah, the new.
So under the Language Resource Center, it's going to be languages and then your specific language. All the folders should be open to all except there will be probably private folders under each language for the faculty or for archiving purposes.
My language is not there.
And mine
Can you
is-
make a folder for my language?
Yeah, yeah.
And there's no one.
Do you have audio and video files ready that we can upload?
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
Mine is not there either. The Portuguese is not there.
Okay,
And
yeah.
Spanish is not ready.
Yeah. So if you have audio and video files, we can upload them and create a folder for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to explain the difference between uploading these folders in here and in YouTube?
YouTube is actually a repository of files. This is a repository of files. YouTube is for public consumption. This is for internal.
Okay.
Yeah. So under Arabic, this is just an example, they have different folders relating to their content, but they also have a faculty folder that is just accessible to the faculty in that department. So we can do the same for your language. The organization underneath your language will depend on your needs. So we can create as multiple folders and even subfolders depending on your needs. The content area, some of the view options, you'll notice across the top. Here's the top navigation. This is to go up in the folder system. This is to refresh the page. Sometimes we've uploaded some files and they're processing in the background and they haven't created a thumbnail yet, so you just want to refresh, so you click here. These are the three types of views. You can view just the thumbnails, you can view the thumbnails and the details, and you can view just the list of the files. You can also filter by the upload date, so the latest, and you can also sort depending on your needs. This is the icons of detail view. This is the list view. And this is the thumbnail view. Once an item or multiple items are selected, you're going to get additional items in the top navigation to either delete or to move to another folder or to share. So you're moving, let's say, this folder to another parent folder. We'll show that in one of the labs. If you hover over an item, you're also going to get another menu if you have admin access. If you want to open up a video file, you can click on the thumbnail or the title. And when you do that, a new window will open up. So this is the media player window. The controls are at the bottom. Okay, you have the play. You have the rewind. It'll go back 10 seconds. You could jump to anywhere in the timeline. Mute. The speed. Students find that useful if they need to slow it down. You can slow it down to like half or a quarter of the speed to listen to what they're saying. And then the quality, adjust the quality. On the left side, we have discussions, notes, and bookmarks. We're going to discuss those here. Discussions are, let's say, comment that you want to post about the media file that others will also see. So these will be viewed by all. Notes will be your specific notes, so no one else will see them, but they're going to be logged in the timeline. So whenever you're watching a video and you stop it and you create a note, it's going to be recorded in that location on the file, and only you can see that. It's very similar to bookmarks. Bookmarks is just a placeholder. Okay, so I said when you click on the thumbnail or the title, a new window comes up. So to go back to the dashboard, you just close this window or tab, and then you're back to the dashboard. Now, these items here, along with these items, will only be viewable if you have admin access. If you don't, all you're going to see is the thumbnail and the title to view the file. So if you have admin access and you hover over, you're going to see these items here. Settings, place to share if you need to send this out to a colleague. You can edit. You can also see the stats. You can see how many people have viewed the file over the course of the month or the week or the year. And you can also delete. So we're going to open up settings just to see what's available under settings. So when you click on settings, this is an overlay on the dashboard in the same window. So if you need to close, there's an X across the top. On the overview, you can change the name by clicking edit, change the name, and hit save. It will change the name of the file. If you need to change where it's located in the file system, you click on edit under folder and change what the parent folder is. We're not going to go through every one of these, just the ones that probably are more useful to everyone. The share item, if you click on link, this is going to give you a link directly to this media file and the player. So if you click on that link, the window is going to show the player and the media file. So you can play that as soon as you click on the link. If you click on embed, you can embed this code in any other application like Canvas. So a lot of classes are using this as a little frame within Canvas. The second item here is outputs. If you need to download the file, you'd click under Download Podcast. I wish that was a little more intuitive. I would like just like a download button, but this is where you'll find it. Quiz results I'm not familiar with, so I'm going to skip that. Streams, this is where you can associate a PDF or a PowerPoint presentation with the audio or video file. You can upload the PDF here. The PowerPoint presentation, it's in another screen to upload, but it'll display here if the one's associated with the file.
So,
you can also upload a captions file. The format, I'm not too sure about. I need to do a little more research on that, but there's an option here for captions. So we close the settings layer and go back to the content area. Now the other option here is to edit. So we click on edit, and we're in the edit window. You can see the timeline of the media file. This is a video. Under slides, you can add a PowerPoint presentation. And once you add the presentation, it's going to break down to each slide. So you can select a specific slide in the presentation to pop up when it reaches a certain position in the timeline. And we're going to do this in the lab. I'm going to actually do one and show you how it's done. And the last item before the demo is the folders. Across the top, those are the admin tools for the folders. specifically the settings for the folders. If you need to change the name of the folder or the parent folder, this is where you'll do that. So you click on that. There's the layover. If you need to change the name of the folder, you click on Edit, and same with the parent folder. And we close the setting layer to get back to the content area. And now we're going to start the lab. Let's see. The lab is in the handout, but since we don't have full access, I'm going to do it, and you can watch me.
Okay.
Okay, so we have our 10 files. We have 3 video and 3 audio files, 2 PDFs, and 2 PowerPoint files. So I place the files on my desktop. I'm going to navigate to my folder, which is on the left. And I'm going to create a subfolder called Class Lab 1. And to do that, there's an option here that says Add Folder. Click on Add Folder, enter the name. And then just hit enter, and it'll create the subfolder. We're going to upload the 3 video files and 3 audio files to the folder. So click on Class Lab 1 to enter the folder. We see there's no files there yet. Go up to Create. Second item here is to upload the media. So we click on that. We can drag the files here if we want, or just click to select. Okay, so I'm going to select the audio files first. Okay, it'll process. And then click on here again. I'm going to add the video files. Okay, I tried to add a audio file that wasn't the format it didn't accept. In this browser, it's not letting me do that. In my browser, I was able to upload the ACC file, and what Panopto would do would give you an error. It would just tell you it doesn't accept that format. I can't show you this from this browser, but that's what would happen. So yeah, in the lab it said view any errors. You're not going to see any errors here. It's still processing. You can see the percentage.
So which browser should we use if you want to upload any type of...
It should be available in all 3 major browsers. Safari, Chrome, Firefox. Edge, it should be, but I'm not sure. I haven't used Edge in Panopto, but most likely. It's the default browser. Okay. We're going to do the Lab 2, search, rename, and play. So the first thing you want to do is for the global search is click on everything on the left-hand side. And you see under everything there's almost 7,000 files here I can search from. We're going to go up to the top and we're going to select anything that has the word world in the file and the metadata. This search box will search not just the name of the file, but also the metadata associated with the file. So we click enter, and now we see the files that have the word world in the metadata or the title. We're going to search for the folder Capital. Let's see. We do this on the left-hand side under Search All Folders. And hit Enter. Okay, so these are all the folders that have that word in the title of the folder. I don't find it as useful as the Search Everything, but it's an option. Okay, so we go back to my folder. We're going to change the subfolder from Class Lab 1 to Class Lab 01. So just by adding a 0. So to change that, we would have to go into the folder. So here's our folder. Now to change anything about this folder, we go to the admin toolbar on the top right under settings. The name, edit, and we're just going to add a 0 and hit save. And close out. Now our folder has the new name. Okay, we're going to create a subfolder within this folder, and we're going to call it Darcy's Audio. And we're going to move our audio files to that folder. So to select, on the left-hand side, we're selecting multiple files. And we're going to click on the move in the top navigation. And then it says on the top bar, you can actually either click the drop-down arrow that will filter and show you all the folders, or you can just start typing in the name of the folder, which would probably be the quickest. So I put Darcy in. It's going to bring up the folder I need. In class, it shows you the parent folder, class Lab 01. Select that and click Move. And then close out. Now we'll move all the audio files to my audio folder. Okay, we're going to change one of the audio files' name. We're going to be adding an L. So let's say, where would we change the name of the file, let's say? It'd be under settings. Okay? Very similar to changing the name of the folder. Edit. I'll just put a 0 and hit save. So we've changed the name of the file. Am I going okay? Not too
Yeah.
fast? I'm sort of running through the lab. Usually you would, if you had access, we'd all do this together, but.
No, but we also have it in a handy handout, so
Okay.
it's easy.
Okay.
Yes.
And we're going to change one of the video files. So we're going to go back up in the navigation here, the up arrow. Again, under settings to change the name. Edit. 01 and save. Okay. We're going to navigate to the audio folder, and we're going to play one of these audio files. So we just click on the icon. Gets the sound up.
Audio file number 2.
Okay. I want to play this and reduce the speed. Let's see.
Audio file number 2. Audio file number 2.
Okay. Okay, so down at the bottom, like I showed you in the presentation, with the controls, reducing the speed or increasing the speed, and changing the quality. Okay. And anytime you view a file, it's in a new window or a new tab. So to close out, you would close out the tab. Okay, now we're going to attach a PDF to a video file. So we're going to navigate back up. Now to attach a file to a video file, you would edit. Click on edit. I'm sorry, let me just, maybe it's not, maybe it's settings. It's settings streams, let's see. Settings. Streams, yes. So in the attachment is correct. So to attach a PDF, you go under settings and then streams. And here we can upload a PDF. So we're going to upload a PDF to video number 2. We'll choose a file. PDF video number 2. upload. Okay. So now you can see that we've associated with this PDF file to the video. We can close out, and we're going to attach another PDF to the audio file. So we'll go into the audio folder, and it's Settings, Streams, choose a PDF, and we'll do it for the audio, and then Upload. Okay, so we've associated the PDFs to the video and audio files. View each of the changed files. Okay, so let's open up the audio file.
Audio file number 1. Audio file number 1.
Sorry, was it number 2 I did?
Yeah.
Audio file number 2.
Oh, okay.
Audio file number 2.
So you're going to have the either video. If it's a video, you're going to see the video and the PDF. But this is an audio file, so you're just going to have the audio track and the PDF that's associated with it. Let's see what happens when we go to a video. We go back up. So I think we associated with this video, video number 1. Okay. So the video's on the left, and the PDF's on the right. Okay. Okay, so that's attaching. That's Lab 3. When you have access to this, you can try this just for some testing when you get back to your office. Lab 4, the quiz. So we're going to edit video number 1, and we're going to add a new quiz. It's under Edit. List this here. And let's go to Quizzes. We're going to add a quiz. It's multiple choice. The question is, what is your favorite color? I'll just put color for now. That's the question. And then done. Here are the options. Quiz position. Let's see if we select something in the timeline, if it selects that. No, let's see. Okay. Choice. Okay. I'm going to have to find out how to get back. Because there's a place where you specify where in the timeline you want the quiz to appear, usually probably near the end. But now I'm not sure where to get back to that screen. Let's see. No. That's another question. Oh, here we go. Okay. So let's say we want it 10 seconds. And publish.
So the PDF appears on the same screen, it's like a split screen?
Yeah, it appears in the same player, but for a different part of the player. I also added a quiz, so the quiz pops up where I specify on the timeline of the media file.
And does the video then stop
Yes.
at that point?
It just stopped now. So everything stopped until I take the quiz, and I won't go past this until I finish the quiz.
Nice.
select blue, and finish. Answer yes. I click continue, and the video continues. Okay, so that's adding a quiz. So we've created the quiz, placed it in the timeline, and then we hit publish. And then everything is completed. So that's lab number 4, adding a quiz. Lab number 5 is the PowerPoint. So we're going to edit video number 3. So we're going to edit. We're going to add presentation 1 to the slides tab. So on the left-hand side, we go under slides. We go to add presentation. And we're going to add the presentation for video. And it's going to process. And what it's going to do is it's going to read all the slides in that presentation. And then we're going to be able to select any slide that we want to display. I've made sure on these demo files there's only 3 files to make it quick to upload, but it's still taking its time. I think it depends on how many people are using the system at the same time. I wonder if I refresh the page, let's see. Okay, here we go. Still processing. So the bottom is the timeline. So let's say we want one of the slides to present itself on this area of the timeline. We can click on the plus sign, and it will just be displayed here. And let's say we want another display this area, and we want this slide. So we click the plus sign there. So we have 2 placements, 2 slide placements in the timeline, along with our video. Once we're done, we hit publish. We click OK. And we're going to play. So during the first part of the video, we see the one slide. When it gets to the second placeholder, the other slide should present itself. Okay. And to close out, close the tab or the window. Okay, so that's it. So for the labs, we uploaded files to Panopto. We attached some PDFs and some PowerPoint slides. We made some changes. We edited the names. We edited the names of the folders and the files. We added a quiz to a specific place in the presentation, and we also added PowerPoint slides to the audio and video files. And that's it. Yes.
So when you share the link with the student, right, for a specific lab, do they need to sign into Panopto? Do they need to have an account?
Yes. This is just internal, so they need to have a uni.
But that's it?
Yes.
They do not need anything else? They just will ask for a uni and then they're in?
The folder needs to be open to all students.
Yeah.
So when we create a folder, we specify if it's open to all students
Right.
or a specific department.
I see.
So the department should let us know if you want that folder open to all students. They just need to log in with their
All
uni.
students meaning all students in the university or all students in
Who have a
the
uni.
department? In the university with the uni.
Yeah.
So for instance, I could watch a Russian video if I wanted them to.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think there's 3 different security settings. All students, specific users, or specific people in the class.
I see.
Can they also make their own folder and share between each other?
If they have admin access to a folder, they can add and remove and change changes.
How do they get the admin access?
They would have to go through us. Yeah.
We cannot give them admin access, no.
No.
But we as instructors in the course, we have admin access.
Yes. For your folder. Yeah. So yeah, I think some of the departments, we gave them access to their folder, and then they created a bunch of folders and added the files, and so they had full access to make changes.
And for what I understand, all of these can be accessed from Canvas.
Yes, if you embed, there was a screen there where you could link or you can embed. When you click on embed, it gives you the code that you can copy and paste into Canvas, and then it gives you a window in Canvas, so it looks like it's part of Canvas.
Well, maybe I misunderstood, but the person with whom I am working at the LRC, she said that they would open this account for me so it would be associated with my courses.
Yes, UIT has to set that up. You have to let us know if you want this folder assigned to a class, and then I actually work with the CI2 group that makes those changes. So if I know the class name and the folder name, then they can associate them. So I know at the beginning of the semester, we had a lot of requests for that. And then once that's done, everything is set for the rest of the semester. Did everybody, there's a few people who don't have access, and some, I guess you have full access. And then there's some we'll create the folders for you. Yeah. Any other questions? No? So now you have a brief overview, and you can get your hands on and test. Even though you might not have full access, you probably should have access to my folder, so you can start testing in that section. If you don't see it, let me know.
I don't
We
have
cannot
my
do
folder.
anything.
You don't have my folder? Okay.
No,
Okay.
we cannot do anything.
Okay. So yeah, we need to set up access.
Right.
But that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thank you.
It's good.